Slender Man, you most certainly will die.
I had a job at the 4Kids company a few years back. The company that had the poorly made Sonic X dubs. I didn't really care about the dubs though. I only wanted my money, and I hated that show anyway. Sonic was dead to me by then. On the internet, I heard a rumor that Sega wanted to continue the horrible abominated act, but 4Kids refused to give out copyright for the show, so it was discontinued. I heard a colleague of mine and the boss talking about the future of Sonic X, and them refusing to give Cosmo, the character of the third season, to BioWare, who wanted to use her for the new game Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood. I wanted to ignore the conversation and wanted to proceed on covering my papers when suddenly the word Episode 79 fell. Okay, I hate the enemy so much because of the pink hedgehog Amy Rose, who was constantly chasing at Sonic with a slight and a high-pitched annoying voice. But I knew there was only 78 episodes. I started to walk over to the two, asking about the episode, but my colleague told me they already got rid of it. I shrugged it off and went back to doing my work. At 4:00 p.m., I could finally go home, but when I passed the test containers by the facility, curiosity took over me, and I peeked inside. I noticed a DVD case without any cover, but a CD inside. I took it out and buzzed off some dirt. The DVD had episode 79 written on it with a black permanent marker. Bingo! I found the lost episode. Looking on it, I didn't see anyone watching me, so I took the DVD case with me. I wasn't really excited about the episode and hope it wasn't some stupid Son Amy crap polluting my TV screen. I only wanted to pull the episode into my computer and post it on YouTube to gain some fame. I got home and the first thing I did is to put my bag away and give myself some dinner. For some reason I was really hungry. I came back to homework the next week on a Wednesday. I remember this DVD case still laying around somewhere in my living room. I walked over and opened the case. It had Project Sonic Episode 79 on it, also with permanent marker. I also noticed there was something, so I closed my window to make sure nothing gets wet. After I cleaned the DVD, it wasn't a test at all. I walked over to my HD TV and put the DVD inside my DVD player. Let's see what'll come up, I thought to myself. The DVD started instantly with the well-known intro from the third episode of Sonic X. The annoying theme song blared in the speakers of my TV. Nothing odd until I saw that there was actually the Japanese logo instead of the English one. I guess I snapped in a non-dubbed version. I was also glad to see not to see the screwed up edits 4Kids dared to do. I could understand a lot of 70s being a proud reboot anime fan. I'm sure you knew what I'm talking about. The intro ended with each character posing in a group picture with Eggman in the background. I noticed Chris was missing from the group picture. I gave us some tweaks and Chris left to his home in episode 78. Just as the image entered the black, a loud thunderclap managed to cause a power failure. It was only my house when I asked my neighbors about it. My laptop was still working since I left it on battery. So I manually opened the disk platform, my DVD player. If you open manually, hit the button that opened the case that worked without any power, like a Nintendo GameCube for example, and took the DVD before closing it again, and insert into my laptop. Surprisingly, it didn't play the DVD, but showed the insides of the DVD computer files. Next to the DVD's main file, I noticed there was a folder called Persa. Confused at the name of the mysterious folder, I opened it out of curiosity and It showed an alternate DVD file. I double-clicked it and it started to play the file, soon to be disappointed by a constant black screen. But I waited patiently for the beginning of the intro, but it didn't come. I waited for about 5 minutes before moving my mouse to close the file. I did not forget. I hoped that the distorted female voice as the screen flashed for a few milliseconds. I closed the file. That moment nearly gave me a heart attack. The thunderstorm outside of my window was getting worse and louder. It was getting closer. Since everything was always shut off, I didn't bother about it and exited the folder to play the original file. I played the intro, Crystal Missing. The episode started with Amy and Cream sitting by a table with Vanilla, Cream's mother. They were enjoying cake and tea. I was disappointed when Amy started to cry out for Sonic's love again. Vanilla suddenly slanted her fist down on the table and leaned close to Amy. You know nothing about love, you maroon-slash idiot, she yelled at her. Cream couldn't and backed away. She's making his usual chow noises. Looking sad as Cream hugged him close. That's how I lost him. That's how she lost too. Oh wait, I'm saying who Cream never had a father. Thus Vanilla had no husband. I guess it wasn't true love then, Amy taunted, and Vanilla said being reasonable. The camera zoomed in on Cream, who blinked as the flashback started. Now like borders. With Cream and Vanilla walking along a park. Cream was holding a picnic basket at the same she asked her mother where her father was. Vanilla glared at Cream, who cringed and became quiet. It would turn to the curtain scene with Vanilla slapping Amy across the face. How dare you speak of like that? The name was interrupted by the screen going black for the exact same moment the name would be told. I was disappointed. Vanilla continued, Amy now on the floor staring up at her. He was a hero you will never be. He gave his life for all of us. Amy scoffed and got up, pouted angrily as she dusted her dust off. No one's a big hero to my Sonic-kun. Vanilla pointed towards the exit. Leave! Amy Italy waved her hand at Vanilla before exiting the building. Cream pleaded Amy to come back, but he always showed Amy walking away from Vanilla's house. Vanilla pulled her tissue as he started to cry. Cream walked over, worried about her mother. Vanilla bent down to Cream and gently hugged her, crying softly. Cream looked over and Vanilla asked the question I had in my mind. Who is my father? Asked Vanilla. Sat down and pulled Cream onto her lap. The screen cut to black again. I sighed softly in disappointment, but patiently waited for the screen to return. I did not forget what you did to me. This time I didn't really need to jump. It was the same female voice that scared me in the other file, but much calmer and less distorted. It was soft and sounded sad. It was not Vanilla or any other voice actor of the Japanese cast. I shrugged it off and continued to stare at my black screen. The screen returned with Amy knocking on Sonic's door, calling his name lovingly. Sonic's house was similar to the living room you see in the storybook series, with stairs going up. Sonic sat on the couch, his feet at the table. As he heard Amy's knock, he got on instead of stayed. It's her again, he muttered in an annoyed tone, as he got up and walked off to the door before opening it. Sorry, you didn't forget about a date tonight, right? Amy smiled before turning to just walk off. It's probably a joke, since Sonic promises Amy a date here and there, mostly when being out of character, and he continually forgets about them. Sonic face palmed before closing the door again. He walked back to the couch before sitting down. Noticeably sad, he looked up at something. The screen turned black again. "Oh, come on," I muttered angrily, but I decided to wait again, hoping none of these messages would pop up, but it did. "Murdered me." The voice whispered this time. A picture flashed before a split second. But on my computer, I got the first to play at the exact point where the picture flashed, and I was quite surprised what I saw. It was Princess Sally. She didn't have a new style or anything. She looked like what she did in the Muzzbird cartoon show, Sonic the Hedgehog, aka Sonic S-A-T-A-M. She was staring at the screen. Her face looked bland and empty. She was missing a mouth, and the whole picture had a red tint to it, especially her now crimson eyes. I snagged the screenshot of it, imported it to MS Paint, and saved it to my computer. I still have a file, called it Sally.png. I continued to play the file. It took a while for the screen to return again, and the picture of Sally disturbed me, but also made me happy. Did Sega not forget Princess Sally after all? The screen returned. It was a faint light border to show that it was the black flashback scene. Does anyone remember Rosie the Escort, the actual sweet little girl before the other pink hedgehog showed up? Yes, she was walking along the forest, humming a playful tune. I think she was voiced by the voice actor, using a different voice pitch. Rosie entered the house that I couldn't really recognize. It was a wooden hut with a hay roof. The camera cut to inside. Most of the things inside were made of wood. At first I thought it was supposed to be something trivial, but when I noticed the handheld computer, Nicole, on the small round table, it hit me. Was this Sally's hut? Indeed, the camera cut to Mrs. Sally, who looked very pretty in exile, by the way, staring out the window. I hope Sonic will return from his mission soon. I'm worried about him. Sally's voice was the voice from the messages in the black screens. Rosie stood there, looking at Sally in the background. "Are you Sally Acorn?" Rosie asked curiously as Sally whipped around, stalled by Rosie. And who might you be?" Rosie smiled, faded, and her expression went blank. "Answer me." Sally blinked a few times, but she answered anyway. "Yes, I am." The camera zoomed in on Rosie's face. Front shot, which isn't useful. "And you love Sonic, right? And Sonic loves you." Sally seems irritated at standing up. "Who are you?" she asked again, showing unnerved. Rosie then stopped staring at Sally with those hateful brown as red eyes. "Die." The screen cut to black the final time. "Loving Sally," I yelled in dismay. Why would Sega do this? To me? To Sally? I felt the tears welling up in my eyes. Be there, please be there. Live. The file ended. I let my head sink down on my arms, sobbing softly. Sally would never come back. Those jerks at the company murdered her, and nobody would remember her. I stayed that way for a few more minutes before realizing I still had that other file, hoping Sally would still be alive on it. I clicked the preserve folder and opened the second DVD file. Black screen like before. I waited, sniffling, being too lazy to blow my nose. The Sally image flashed again. "Sonic," Sally's voice whispered. Another image as it caused the screen on my laptop. It was the same image, but the white part of her eyes were gone. Yes, another picture like no pupils missing, leaving eyes as empty black voids. Not. The picture stayed the same, followed by a long silence. I was about to close the file, starting to sob again, but when I noticed the picture was chasing, black goo as tears started to run down Sally's cheeks, slowly, very slowly. Suddenly, a loud screech interrupted me. Edith's lights was now in place of the pupils, staring right at me. I turned, and those red pupils followed me wherever I moved. The image disappeared, and the screen went black again. I sighed and looked towards the ground, but soon after I heard the sound of wind blowing from my speakers. I looked up the head screen again. Sonic was there, standing in the middle of a graveyard. He bent down to one of the tombstones, which was empty. The camera showed his sad face as he said, "Good night, my princess," in a gentle, loving voice, as he set some flowers beside the tombstone before he left. Right as Sonic was out of sight, Amy came over. Looking down at the empty tombstone angrily, she scoffed. "I can't believe he still won't give up." Before she raised her hammer and yelled before smashing the tombstone, the file ended. I sighed sadly and closed the DVD player. When I looked at the files were gone. Instead of them, I saw a text file. I didn't really want to, but I owned it anyway. Amy was not supposed to exist. She was created to replace 2A at 11Y. Enough. I closed the text file and the folder, but I didn't have time to recover. I was staring at Princess Sally, replacing my desktop.